Hi, my name is Abby, and today I want to talk about a series I'm starting about the sun through the signs. So, to start off, I just want to provide a little bit of information about what the sun means in your chart. So, the sun is considered a luminary. The sun and the moon are the luminaries in the chart, and the sun is the basic heart of the chart, just like it's the center of our solar system. Everything else in the chart revolves around the sun. And this is why solar astrology is used for horoscopes. So when you read your horoscope, more often than not, people tend to relate to it because the sun in the chart is the conscious ego drive. It's also our motivation, our life purpose, and our creative force. So it sort of drives all of the other planets and luminaries in the chart. Um, you can easily tell what your sun sign is because that's, when you tell people, I'm an Aries, I'm a Taurus, based on your birth date, because the sun moves through the signs about once a month. And if you're on the cusp, you're not really one of both. You're one or the other. So you can actually go to an astrology website, plug in your birth date, and you can find what your actual sun sign is. And a great one to use that's free that I use for all of my chart creating is astro.com. So the sun basically describes the traits that you identify with, and the sun also represents the father figure in life because it is the side of reason, the sort of adult you that has to make decisions and uses logic over emotion. So sometimes we don't develop into our sun sign when we're children until we're a little bit older, depending on how the type of, you know, sun sign we have, like what actual sign it's in, the house it's in. Um, if it's a really strong in your chart, you might develop into it sooner, especially if the sort of masculine figure in your life is more prominent for you. But oftentimes children don't really depict a whole lot of their sun sign until they're a little bit older and their ego has developed a bit more so that they have more of a sense of direction and purpose in the world and a sense of, individuality. So the sun is, when we're expressing our sun best, we feel a sense of pride in what we do. Um, we have vitality. We have a sense of purpose and direction in our life. And we feel creative because the sun rules our creative expression. If the sun isn't being allowed or able to be expressed fully, then we might have a sense of sort of like we're being hindered. We're sort of the lamb instead of the lion. We're not really living up to our full potential. We don't have direction. But too much sun can also be like if it's not balanced. That's the type of situation where you can be really self-centered, not considering other people, because the sun is your ego drive. So if you're overly ego driven, then that's also something that might be considered too much of a good thing. But the sun also rules over basic vitality. So if your sun is afflicted in your chart, you may see certain things that afflict your basic health. The sun rules the heart, just like it's the heart of the chart, just like the sun is the heart of the solar system. And it also can rule over the back. So if you have an affliction, it might indicate back problems, especially like mid to upper back, and also obviously heart issues. But the sun is what we are constantly coming into. So we identify with the traits of our sun, but we're constantly learning how to best express them. And they represent our uniqueness as well. So we're learning how to be our own unique self, but it's our conscious self. It's the type of thing that you say, when someone asks you what you're like after you go through, what you do, or, like, oh, I work in this industry or whatever. When you're describing your general traits, you're going to be describing the traits of your sun sign 9 times out of 10. So that's why we relate to that so much. That's why you can say, oh, yeah, I'm a Virgo, and you believe it because you know that the traits involved in Virgo is who you are. It's who you identify with. It's who you're constantly striving to be, or whatever sign it is. Um, and it's how we express ourselves creatively. So the sun is, in essence, the thing that is the heart of the chart. It lights up everything else, and that's why it's so important. So for this series, I'm going to go through the sun in the signs. If you want to know your specific sun sign and also the house that it's in, you have to know the time you were born, and you can plug that all into charts, which are free at astro.com. That's what I use. There's plenty of websites you can use, though. And that's it. So I hope you enjoy the series.